Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Leary. Well, if you watched us last week, you know that these guys are challengers today, have a tough act to follow. Ed Arsenault and Bob Kelly with a 294 up on the board, and they promise they're going to even better that today. So we'll see what we can come up with. You know, $500 goes to the winners, $300 to the losers, all kinds of bonus money. In fact, each side last week came up with more than $100 in bonus money. So let's see what... Rich Collins will start it off for the challengers. And Bob Kelly for the champs. Remember how he started last week? 94 in the first 5 frames. I want you to take a good look at the face of Rich Collins here. And you remember that? Rich's last and first TV appearance was back in the old Winning Pins show in 1960. What was it, Don Riley? 1965. Don Riley, our scorer, was Rich Collins' opponent back in 1965. And who won? Don Riley. But look where he is now, sitting here writing down numbers while Rich Collins is up bowling. No, that'll be 9. Ralph Stewart makes the call for us, our lob line judge. Was Ralph the lob line in 1964? Bob Kelly still looking for a mark. He started off with 4 quick ones last week. Nope, he turned away as soon as he let that ball go. Rich Collins looking for a mark, and he gets it. $19 apiece, but Rich Collins is working on a mark. Bob almost tipped over trying to get one of those to lean over the right way. Rich Collins with 7 on the spare and a good shot at another spare. He gets it, 2 in a row for Rich. Rich banged down 2 quick strikes in his warm-ups and was wondering if there was some way we could splice that into the tape of this show. He's got to do it on his own right here. And speaking of taping, you know that we generally record these shows in advance, or have been doing it for several years anyway, and you're certainly invited to come join us up here at Fairway Sports World in Natick. We start at about 9:30 in the morning. The days of the week vary, and you can see some great bowling like Bob Kelly here with a strike in the 4th. Right now, our next taping will be in just a week or so on February 17th. So please come out and join us. Bob Kelly working on a strike. A little heavy. 8 on the strike. Ralph Stewart will clear away the wood. Ralph just back from bolstering the Bermuda economy again. A little cloudy down there this time, though. Ralph almost as pale as those shoes that he wears around. Rich with a spare. So Rich, in his first appearance in 2 decades, starts off with 3 marks in the first 5 frames. And Bob Kelly takes a 10, so Bob not quite off to the start of a week ago at 55 through the first 5, and the challengers thus have the lead so far. Rich Collins at 57 plus a bonus ball, so it's the lead of at least 2 pins. We'll see whether it holds up when we come back with part 2 of the opening string right after this.
David?
We're joining the rest of this first string in progress now, and after 7 boxes, our challengers, Paul Alconada and Richard Collins, are 16 pins up on our champions, Ed Arsenault and Jim Kelly. Now here's Ed to lead off the 8th. The challengers up by 16 here. $500 goes to the winning team, $300 to the losers, $50 for 3 marks in a row, and $1,000 for 3 strikes in a row. Bob Kelly almost did it a week ago. 2 strikes and then a 9 on the 3rd. He claims that's the 13th time that he's done that on the Candlepin shows. Actually, Bob was part of the first 3 strikes in a row. It was pulled off on the old Candlepin single show when it was a mixed doubles format back in the early 60s. But he wasn't the one that came up with the 3rd strike to clinch it. It was his partner that did it. Ed Arsenault with his 2nd straight spare. But Paul Alconada answers that with a spare. So just when it looked like Ed was going to get the champs the lead again, Paul matches pin for pin. The difference is 5 pins right now. Good chance for the challengers to get a bigger lead. No. It grows by only 1 pin. Will it go? Yeah, 3 in a row. Bob Kelly and Arsenault's partner just yelled. That makes up for having missed the pin last week. They would have produced the 300 game and an extra $200 in bonus money. So Paul Alconada sits down with a 9 and a 119. The champs are at 114 plus how many? Plus 8. 122. So we've got a 3-pin difference. Very tight. Ed Arsenault sits down. He wins $50 in bonus money. So they guaranteed that already. They're also guaranteed at least 300, but these guys are after the 500. After 1, our defending champs, Ed Arsenault and Bob Kelly at 122, and our challengers, Rich Collins and Paul Alconada, 119. We'll be back with the 2nd and deciding string right after this.